Mark Felder grew up Section 8 in Compton, Los Angeles. He started rapping at a young age, selling drugs, and eventually became a pimp on the street to fund his music. He started to gain traction in his industry. He opened for Lil Wayne, he started to get record deals, and felt like he was on his way. And in 2008, one of his prostitutes introduced him to her brother, who was a drummer at a local church, and they started talking about God and the Bible. He began questioning his life choices, everything that he had decided up to that point, his image, the message, and especially the money. Felder is now known as Bizzle, a Christian hip-hop artist, and the sixth track on the album Tough Love and Parables is called God Over Money. Let's see how Acts 19 shows us how to put God over money in our lives today. Acts 19, 23-27. About that time there arose a great disturbance about the way. A silversmith named Demetrius, who made silver shrines of Artemis, brought in a lot of business for the craftsmen there. He called them together along with the workers in related trades and said, "You know, my friends, that we receive a good income from this business. And you see and hear how this fellow Paul has convinced and led astray large numbers of people here in Ephesus and practically the whole province of Asia. He says that gods made by human hands are no gods at all. There's danger not only that our trade will lose its good name, but also that the temple of the great goddess Artemis will be discredited, and the goddess herself, who is worshipped throughout the province of Asia and the world, will be robbed of her divine majesty." While Paul is heading to Rome, he's still stuck in Ephesus competing for souls with the cult of Artemis. Demetrius and his magic industry business cohort see the Ephesian Christians burning the sorcery paraphernalia that they probably bought from them, and they see the market crash ahead and aren't just going to sit idly by and let their livelihoods be destroyed. The specific business that Demetrius was a part of was making these little terracotta models of the Temple of Artemis. He'd sell them and then folks would either worship them at home or bring them as a votive or sacrifice back to the temple. But Demetrius was the Rolex of these mini shrines. He made them from silver, major upgrade and major price tag. The temple actually did so much business that it became the principal financial institution in all of Asia, receiving deposits, making loans, basically like a first-century bank. And Demetrius makes a pretty valid argument that both the mother goddess and the market will be disgraced by what the disciples are talking about. Demetrius gets a little tangled up between his money and his religion. But here's how the Bible can make a precision cut to our hearts. Which comes first for us, cash or Christ? Do you make your biggest decisions based on what Scripture says or what your current salary is? For some of us, the tail might be wagging the dog, where our money holds the greater value in decision-making for us rather than our Messiah. Luke records Jesus saying in his Gospel, chapter 16, verse 13, "No one can serve two masters. You cannot serve both God and money." Let's pick a side and commit. And as Bizzle says, go ahead and break the money curse. Put God at the top and stop putting money first.